All right, here's a question of simplifying a power of I. Remembering that I is the same thing as the square root of -1, and I squared is equal to 1, -1. Sorry, yeah, square that, -1. Yeah. Okay, so say you have an I to the power of, say, 2. So we know I squared is the same thing as -1. So that's an easy one. What if you have I cubed? Well, that would be the same as I squared times an I. So, but I know I squared is -1, so I could simplify that and just call that -1I or just -I. I guess I could say negative the square root of -1, but let's just keep things in I's. Okay, that's good. Now if I have I to the 4th, that would be, hey, I squared times I squared. So that's -1 times -1. That'll give me a +1. So maybe I can use a combination of these things to help me solve one that's a little bit bigger. So say I go I 20, I to the 20th. Okay, well, I know that I to the 4th is equal to a +1. So if I have I to the 4th, I to the 4th, is that 20 yet? No. 4. That's 16. There's 20. So there is I to the 20th, just written out as a combination of factors of I to the 4th. But each one of those I to the 4th is actually just 1. So this would be a 1, 1. So I'm multiplying. So the whole thing just comes out to a +1. So I can, maybe let's try a bigger one. Like say I to the 75. So if I have I to the 75, I could do it in combinations of 4, but if I already know that I to the 20th is equal to 1, I could say, well, I to the 75th is like I20 times I20 times I20. That's 60. And then let's do some 4s. So that's 64, 68, 72. Oh, I can't do another 4. So then I could do an I squared, and I could do an I. So I20th is equal to 1, 1, 1, 1. I to the 4th is equal to 1, 1, 1. I squared is equal to -1, and I have an I. So I to the 75th would just simply be -I. So you can do that same thing with any number, really. Maybe try, say, I to the 101st. So I to the 101st, if I'm doing this thing in groups of 4s, I like that. So if I have I to the 4th, how many I to the 4th would I have to get to about 101? Oh, I could go 4 times 25. Power of a power, right? 4 times 25, that'll give me 100, and I need another I. But I know that I to the 4th is just equal to 1, so I have 1 to the 25th times I, and 1 to the 25th is just 1 times I. So if I'm doing I to the 101st, it's simply I. Okay, hopefully that helps you out with figuring out those powers of I.